Yo, what's up guys? My name is Marques Pizarro, owner of PK Media. Been in an agency game for almost 8 years now, still 7 years. 4 years in the gym space, grew that to 20K a month reoccurring, and now helping other agency owners, probably like yourself, get more appointments the same way I did through LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, DMs. But today we're not going to be talking about DMs and how to get more appointments. We're going to be talking about the intro call. And the reason why is I actually made a video 2 years ago about this, and this was one of my best videos by far, not just in terms of views, but the amount of people watching it and asking for another one. Here it is. So today I'm not going to be looking at my own recording because the way I talk to you guys is very different than the way I would talk to a gym owner, med spa, or in this case, a fencing company. I'm gonna actually be watching a recording of one of my agencies that I'm helping with. His name's Jacob Reeves, great dude, and he's been crushing it, but this time he just got stumped on an intro call. And why are we watching this intro call? Why not a sales call where he actually collects some dough? It's because the intro call is actually 80%. I would argue 90% of the sales, right? If you can really show someone how much you truly care and how much you really know how to solve their issues, you're gonna close the deal on the sales. The sales is not done on the actual demo call, as most people would believe. It's actually on the intro call. Now, if you do a one call close, it's the beginning phase, right? The discovery, initial phase of understanding why now, why do you need this, right? So without further ado, I'm going to dive into his recording that he shared with me earlier today. So Jacob, hope you're not surprised I make a video out of this, dude. You're crushing it, but definitely want to help everyone here. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and deep dive into it. I'm going to listen to it, pause at certain parts, and then just come back to speak to you guys. But without further ado, let's get into it.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Mary with Mr. Fancy. I'm speaking with Jacob, right?
Yes, that's me. Thanks for calling me back.
Hi, Jacob. Let me transfer your call to Ari, okay? He's the one who is dealing with these things.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
No problem. Just a moment.
Okay, just had to get him past the gatekeeper. No problem there. Let's just keep rolling here.
12 seconds. 3 days.
You gotta keep the energy up, guys, when you're on calls. You guys have to have that energy. You can't just be in a lull.
Hello?
Hey, I believe your assistant just transferred me to you. My name is Jacob, and one of my team members reached out to you all talking about how we could help you get some more fence jobs. Is now still a good time to talk about that?
And, sure.
Okay, so Jacob, the one thing I would do is just sound a little bit more smooth when you introduce yourself. Obviously, he might not remember. He is interested, but he doesn't remember. So what I like to say is specificity breeds credibility. So whether it's a cold email, cold call from back then, or cold DM, or you're following up with your old leads a month ago, 5 months ago, and most likely they don't remember why you're calling or who you are, give a lot of specificity. It breeds credibility again. So I would have been like, hey, just a moment ago, Mary, hey, your assistant Mary just patched me through. If you recall, we had a conversation. My team member had a conversation with you over Instagram DMs a couple days ago about how we can help your fencing company get more jobs this coming fall. Does that ring a bell? Was that you on Instagram? It was under XYZ Instagram. You can say like, hey, by the way, this is a gym in Oklahoma City, right? So you really want to just make it sound like, okay, this guy genuinely, we did talk somehow, right? Even if they don't remember, they'll be like, okay, that does sound legit. So the other part is it's not only what you say, but how you say it. That's actually going to probably be the biggest thing I'm going to share with you guys, especially when you're talking over the phone, because that's the only thing that people have to judge you based off. Your tonality, what you say, but more importantly, how you say things, right? It's not what you say, it's what you convey. So let's go ahead and continue here. He just got him to say, yeah, sure, right? Not the best answer, but it's going to continue.
Yeah. Awesome. And who am I speaking to?
Ari.
Ari? Okay, awesome. Well, just if it's okay, I'll just give you kind of a quick rundown of what this call would be. Just a quick
Sure.
5 to 10 minute chat to see if we could help you guys get some more fence jobs going into the winter season. And worst case scenario, if we can't help, no worries. I'll point you in the right direction. But if we can, that's great. And I'd love to show you visually on another call, maybe a screen share, where I can show you actually how we do this for other fence companies. Does that sound good?
Yeah, tell me what you guys do, man.
Okay, so pretty solid approach. I know Jacob's been using the one I say. Basically what he's saying is this. I'll have it right here. Yeah, so essentially this is a quick 5-10 minute intro just to really see how and if we can help your fencing company in New Jersey. And if it seems like we can, that's great. I'll let you know it sounds like a green light, and what I want you to do is say the same thing to us. So I basically do a 2-call process, and we can jump on a Zoom call next if everything sounds good here. But for now, we'd love to kind of learn about what you're looking to do, what you're looking to accomplish, and see if I fit the mold and help you. Is that okay? So again, it's not we basically said the same thing, but notice how I conveyed it versus how Jacob sounded. It sounded very unsure, to be transparent, Jacob. So what you want to do is have it really practiced down, nailed down, where you can just say off the top of your tongue. Literally, you can just switch a couple of words based on the niche and say like, hey, yeah, this is just a quick 5-10 minute intro just to really see how and if I can help your gym in Dallas, right? Yeah. Get more appointments, get more clients, and see if we can come and do the same thing we've done for other gyms. If not, no worries. I'll point you in the right direction towards something or someone that can. But if it seems like we can, I'd love to show you visually what we got going on to help gyms. Maybe on another Zoom call another day. But for now, if you don't mind, Ari, would love to kind of see what you're looking to do. Is that okay? And boom. They're like, yeah, what's up, man? And then you can just go into asking overview questions. But right now, Ari is kind of trying to fight for the offensive, trying to gain, this was chess, trying to gain on the attack, right? And try and put Jacob on his heels and play defense. So let's continue here.
Yeah, well, we help fence builders get more jobs, as I said. And to tell you a little bit more, I'd love to know kind of what you guys are currently doing, where you're at in your business, and where you're hoping to go.
Okay, let's change the course a little bit. So, when you say you help fence companies get jobs, what does that mean? You have
Okay, so what's going on here, this is, don't worry. Basically, what's going on here is he's working with a sophisticated prospect. Now, there's going to be 2 types of prospects that you're going to run into. Someone who's sophisticated, meaning they've been through a sales process. Maybe they even have an agency right now, and they get what he's trying to do, right? He understands the sales process. He's established, he's sophisticated. They're going to be more logic-based. They're going to just want to run through everything, the process as fast as they can. Then you got the other people who are unsophisticated, less established, and those are the people where, they're going to be more based on emotion, more based off of, following your process because they haven't played the game as much. This person, as you can tell, is someone who's sophisticated, who is kind of like, okay, let's just change it up real quick, like, because now he already knows what's going on. So my advice to Jacob would be to you got to be super smooth. You got to be on top of it. These guys want to know that they're talking to someone who isn't new to the game, right? They want to talk to someone who sounds, just like this. Like, yeah, man, so basically what we do to help roofing companies is we get you more, leads through Facebook, Instagram DM, or Facebook, Instagram ads, right? But what we do is a little bit different because we do this on the lead form to qualify people, making sure that they are coming in for the right service and materials. And then, of course, booking them on your calendar. So we don't just give you the leads on the Google spreadsheet. We actually book them in on your calendar once they're qualified and ready to go. Which, by the way, if you don't mind me asking, are you currently running your own Facebook ads, or you got someone else doing it right now? What's currently bringing the jobs, if you don't mind asking? You can, again, you can hear how I sound more sophisticated myself, and you can hear the confidence in me answering and what I call deflecting. So one of the things I like doing is answering and deflecting, right? You don't want to just brush off their objection or brush off their question to you. You want to answer it in a concise manner. And once you answer it, like I did, like, hey, this is what we currently do, right? This is how we do it and how we're different. Notice I say how we're different. You want to keep their interest in saying like, oh, this guy's just like someone else. It's like, no, he said they're pretty different. Okay, not bad. It helps them understand like, okay, I'm talking to someone who understands the game. I'm talking to someone who actually is pretty legit, sounds like. And then the other thing is deflecting, right? You don't want to just answer their question because guess what? Now they're going to roll over and ask a follow-up question, right? Now it's an interview with you. No, you want to answer and deflect. So that's where I say, so really quick about that, are you currently selling like metallic fences or like what kind of fencing do you usually want to get more of? Right? Or the one example initially I gave was, so what are you currently doing right now to get more jobs? Are you doing your own paid ads or just relying on word of mouth this fall? How's it looking like? So now it's a conversation we can go back and forth, but as it keeps going back and forth, this person's most likely going to be like, oh, he's legit asking high quality questions, which is what comes down to in the discovery. Is when you ask high quality questions in a confident manner, they're going to realize, hey, this guy I can trust because he understands the game, right? But let's go ahead and continue here. I know it's kind of getting a little bit on the south end here.
Leads that you want to offload to a fence company? Is that what you mean?
No, I actually work with fence companies. We do marketing, so we use mainly Facebook and Instagram and Google ads to help you all generate your own leads.
No, we are not interested in that. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Have you tried it already or no?
Tried it already. We're spending around $100,000 in AdWords campaign on.
Gotcha. Have you tried Facebook and Instagram yet?
Yeah, we have all those platforms.
So what I like, what Jacob's doing now is he's getting down in the weeds of the actual good questions, right? The guy might have said he's not interested, but you can see he's still interested in the conversation because there might be some gold to get from Jacob, meaning like he's like, hey, maybe Jacob knows a thing or two that I can pick his brain off of, even though I just said I'm not interested. So kudos to Jacob there. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can tackle with someone saying like, hey, we're already spending $100,000 annually on AdWords. I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. You know, a lot of fencing companies I talk to don't even do that much. Is that producing you enough jobs going into the winter season? And then it's pretty much being like, going the conversation from there. If he says, yeah, we're pretty satisfied, I mean, no problem. But if someone says like, if they book the call with him, it's going to be like, well, we're always looking for more high quality leads. That's the issue. We're getting enough leads, but we're not getting enough quality leads. And then now, guess what? You can dive into a deeper convo about like quality. It's like, oh, so are you qualifying them through like your own lead form? Do you have them watch a VSL page about, how you guys work with them? Do you have someone calling them immediately? Right now you can really attack and really just pinpoint everything and dissect, what they could be doing wrong. And at the same time, in the same token, they're going to realize, hey, this guy Jacob is on another caliber. He's on another level.
Yeah, fully.
You're already using? Gotcha.
Yeah.
And is it working pretty well for you? I'm curious.
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan of always asking people, is it working well for you? Most people, especially in this kind of conversation, sales conversation, people are going to kind of just default to saying, yeah. You need to be very specific, okay? So, again, I like to, especially with sophisticated people, I kind of, quote unquote, don't cancel me, guys. It's not sus. But stroke their ego. Okay, that sounds sus. Kind of tap on their ego a bit and just basically say, hey, that's some good numbers in the marketing. That budget of yours, a lot of fencing companies don't even touch like half of that. How's like overall like, you must be getting like 100, jobs a month, or how does that look like? It's like, no, we're not getting that many. It's like, oh, how many? So now I'm getting specific. It's like, oh, we're probably just getting 30. So if I did the math, you spend this much, you're actually spending this much to get that many jobs. So yeah, is that too much? It's like, could be less, but how's the quality? See, now you can see how much of a consultant I'm playing here. And that's ultimately where you want to get, is where you treat this as a consulting type of call. And overall, that's where you become the doctor, where you become the person who's in control of this conversation and say, hey, I think there's a lot of money left on the table. I know you guys got enough budget to kind of cover overall ROI, but what if we can make the ROI better? You'll be like, I'd love to see how you can do that for me. Cool. So that's how you navigate around those conversations, especially with sophisticated people.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Well, I know you said you're probably not interested. Would you be willing to let me show you kind of what we do and how our system works, or no?
I know exactly what you do. You guys are an ad agency. You tailor the ads. You do the ad keyword searches. Then you tailor the ads. You do different ad groups, different campaigns. Test it out. See how you get the traffic. Close to the traffic. I know exactly what you do.
Okay. Gotcha.
So Jacob asking that question invited him to basically say, how much do you trust me? And that's basically what he's saying. It's like, you sound like every other agency owner I've talked to. So that's where the rejection got pretty bad. It's just the fact that he doesn't believe that you're different, or believe that the conversation showed it's worth having another call, because there's nothing different than what he's seen before. So when you talk to him differently, when you ask him these hard questions about like specific numbers he's hitting, specific things he's not doing or doing that he shouldn't be doing, that's where he's like, hey, you're doing a couple things differently, and you only need to do a few things differently. Whether it's the way you make the ads, right? Maybe he's doing stock footage image ads, which we all know can suck, right? It's not how you should run your ads as a B2B or B2C. Maybe it's that one thing where he's like, hey, we're actually getting better results with this one fencing company, and the only difference is they're running video ads. Like, that's really performing well because it's what engages people more. Are you running video ads? They're like, no. And it's like, dude, maybe if we have a call, I can show you exactly what that looks like. I don't care if you work with me, or, I'd love to work if it makes sense. But if you see those videos, I think if you start working with those videos, you'll get a high ROI. They'll be like, okay, there's some value in what Jacob's sharing. There's some value in what this agency is giving me, and I appreciate that. He's consulting me, and that's where you need to have that wavelength versus being like, salesy and trying to work hard. It just comes down to being real with these sophisticated prospects, right? Just, I hate to say it because a lot of people watching this might be at 0K, but to be honest, it just comes down to knowing your stuff. And it just comes with time, right? Or it just comes with a lot of learning. So I grabbed a lot of books. I grabbed a lot of different ideas. I grabbed a lot of different YouTube videos, to be transparent. And I just, was sharing it. Like, hey, I saw this one ad that I'm not doing personally, Mr. Gym Owner, but it's working for this other marketing company. And I was wondering if you wanted to see how it works. Because basically the video's like this. And then they're like, oh, that's an interesting concept. So yeah, you want to hop on a Zoom call and I can show you? It's like, heck yeah. So it's about being different. It's about conveying the right, saying the right things, but of course, saying it in a way that conveys that you know your stuff, right? That you are confident in your stuff. Otherwise, they might roll over and be like, it's just another agency. So those are my notes for Jacob here. And if you're doing this yourself, guys, this is how I look at my sales calls. And hopefully this was valuable to you. If it was, like and subscribe, and we'd love to keep making more videos like this. If you guys want, just comment more videos like this. I hope this is valuable. This is stuff I did for my own sales calls, and I still do to this day.